Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are starting with this subject, motivation and leadership, which is HR elective in semester 3. Uh, what is motivation? It has been defined by several people in different ways. One of the definition is given by Michael Jusius. What he says, motivation is the act of stimulating someone or oneself to get a desired course of action or to push the right bottom to get a desired reaction. What does this mean? It is an act. Motivation is an act of what? Stimulating someone. So from the point of view of an organization, it is stimulating the employee. उसको push करना, उसको stimulate करना. Or oneself. We can motivate our own self also towards what? Towards a desired course of action. Just like you have an exam coming in front of you, then you have to motivate yourself to study. In your organization, you have some target to achieve, so you have to motivate your workers to work harder, right? To push the right bottom to get a desired reaction. And this act is called as motivation. The next definition, motivation is a process. It consists of lots of steps. That is why it is a process of what? Inducing, inspiring, and energizing. Okay, so three things are involved. What? Inducing, to convince people, to cajole people, to force people, to and next is inspiring. Inspire people. To motivate is to inspire and to energize. You had seen in this video which we viewed, kitna energy level high tha. You know, in the whole video, the speaker's energy level, the content, everything, the energy level was very high, and energy level is very contagious. High energy level agar hai organization mein, automatically all people will have a very high energy level. So motivation is a process of inducing, inspiring, and energizing people, your employees, to work willingly. You want them to work willingly with zeal, that is enthusiasm, initiative, confidence, satisfaction, and an integrated manner. Why you want them to do all this? So that you achieve your desired goal. So what is motivation? It is a morale boosting activity. Further now, motivation is defined according to Stephen Robbins as the willingness to exert high level of effort. Employees who are working in the organization, they are ready to work harder and harder, exert high level of effort. Why? To achieve organizational goals. Conditioned by efforts and ability to satisfy some individual needs. When the employee will be motivated, when the organization is able to meet their needs, meet the needs of the individual employee. So this is how we understand the, motivation. Now let us see the features of motivation. As you have seen in the definitions, motivation is something which happens inside the employee. You know, the feeling, it is a feeling of belongingness, desire to work hard for the organization. So first feature of motivation is this is a personal and internal feeling. Okay, and motivation is not a one time activity, it is a process. Just now we had seen, it is a series of steps and this process is continuous. एक बार मोटिवेट किया एम्प्लॉय खत्म हो गया, ऐसा नहीं है. यू हैव टू कीप ऑन कंटिन्यूअसली मोटिवेटिंग योर एम्प्लॉय. Now this process has to be planned properly. By whom? By the HR manager. He has to plan कि कैसे करना है इनको मोटिवेट, कैसे हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इनको मोटिवेट कर सकते हैं. Like we had seen the video just now, so you can arrange for potluck, you can arrange for instant gratification, you can appreciate them, you can clap for them, कितनी सारी चीजें कर सकते हैं. So you have to decide in advance, planned process. Motivation is need based. It depends on the need of the employee. Now कुछ ऐसे motivating factors है, कुछ ऐसी motivating things है which might not motivate everyone. Everybody is not after money or everybody is not after praise. Everybody's needs are different. So motivation is also need based and it is very complex. क्यों complex? Because you need to understand the psychology of your employees, then only you can motivate them properly. Motivation is also goal directed behavior. You want your employees to work in a certain direction. And what is the direction? You want them to achieve goals for your organization. So उनको इस तरह से motivate किया जाना चाहिए कि they will work for you in a most desirable way. Now, motivation can be positive, it can also be negative, right? In the next few slides, we will be looking at the different types of motivation. So, what is positive motivation? You are praising the employee, giving a raise to the employee, that is positive motivation. What is negative motivation? अगर तुम डांटते हो उसको या फिर उनको थ्रेटन करते हो कि जॉब से निकाल देंगे तो उसके डर से भी वो काम करेंगे, राइट? बट दिस इज नेगेटिव मोटिवेशन. But positive motivation is always better, always preferable. The motives also keep on changing from time to time. So when an employee who is joining the organization, he will be very happy with raise in salary. But after a stage is reached, he would like to have more recognition. So motive जो है वो employee का change होते रहता है time to time. Now the next topic is importance of motivation. We had discussed this earlier in the first lecture कि अगर motivation अच्छा है आपके organization में, if the environment is vibrant, if the working culture is very good, then what will happen? Employees will be very happy, they will be contented, satisfied, जिसकी वजह से आपका जो resources है वो सब अच्छे से use होगा, आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ जाएगी, हायर प्रोडक्टिविटी, people will remain in your organization, they will not go away. Employee turnover मतलब people leaving your organization and going away. So people will not go anywhere, people will not remain absent, they will treat the organization as their own family and be there for every work in the organization. This will result in good relations between whom? Between the employee and the employer, between all the employees, the peer group, the subordinate and the superior. So this will result in a organization with no conflicts. So this is a healthy industrial relations. When the relations are good, when there is total faith between the employee and the employer, this will help to introduce any changes in the organization. कुछ भी नया टेक्नोलॉजी आ रहा है, कुछ भी चेंज करना है, तो मैनेजमेंट जब इंट्रोड्यूस करता है चेंज, तो एम्प्लॉयज विल बी वेरी open to this new change. They will not resist that change. Motivation will also result in reduction of the employee grievances क्योंकि उनके complaints ही नहीं रहेंगे ना. Every employee is charged, every employee is ready to work, every employee is loyal. So छोटे मोटे कुछ clashes होंगे वो वहीं का वहीं sort हो जाएंगे. So there will be a reduction in employee grievance. The last topic for this today's lecture is tools of motivation. Now this is a very interesting topic. What are the tools of motivation? Now we have understood motivation is very important. Motivation करने से प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ता है, एम्प्लॉय का परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा होता है, तो कैसे उनको करना है मोटिवेट, वो समझना बहुत जरूरी है. As an HR manager, you should understand that basically there are two types of motivation. One is called as intrinsic and the other is called as extrinsic. In means inside, X means outside. ऐसे याद रखना है आपको. Okay, intrinsic that is inside, extrinsic यानी outside. For example, आप अगर आपको ऐसे बताया जाए कि ये काम करोगे ना आप अच्छे से, तो आपको एक्स्ट्रा बोनस दिया जाएगा, आपका पे रेज होगा, या आपको फिर कुछ हॉलीडे पे भेजा जाएगा, वेकेशन मिलेगा एंड सो ऑन. सो दैट इज एक्सट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन. आपको बाहर से कुछ आ रहा है, बाहर से कुछ मिल रहा है, दैट इज मोटिवेटिंग यू और दैट इज मेकिंग यू वर्क harder, right? So what benefit you are getting from outside, that is called as extrinsic motivation. Now, what is intrinsic motivation? Any motivation which arises within you. यानी आप खुद से सोचते हो कि मुझे हार्ड वर्क करना चाहिए, मैं हार्ड वर्क करूंगा तो मेरा ग्रोथ होगा, मेरा प्रमोशन होगा, या फिर ये काम करने में मुझे बहुत मजा आता है, फन, आई लाइक इट, तो उसको बोलते हैं इंट्रिंसिक मोटिवेशन, राइट? सो इफ आई एम टीचिंग इन द कॉलेज, I am doing it because I enjoy teaching. This is intrinsic motivation. I am doing it because I am getting pay. That is extrinsic motivation. So you may have some cases where you have employees who have, both types of motivation are working on them. Okay, so that is about the two types of motivation. If you look at it a little more specifically, you will see that, yeah, this is about intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation, which I explained to you just now. So if you look at it very closely, you will have financial incentives which motivate people and non-financial incentives which also motivate people. Okay, both are necessary. As an HR manager, you will need to have a combination of different incentives. So financial incentive में क्या क्या आएगा? Pay. This is the most important financial incentive. If you just keep on praising your employee but don't pay salary, he is not going to work for you. Correct? तो पे तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ही, उसके साथ अलावेंसेज जिसमें आएगा मेडिकल अलावेंसेज, इंश्योरेंस वगैरह, वट एवर फैसिलिटीज यू आर गिविंग एज पर योर एचआर पॉलिसी. तो ऑल दिस विल वर्क एज अ फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव. देन बोनस फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम आपको yearly, as per the policy of your organization, you have to give them bonus. प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग, को पार्टनरशिप, स्टॉक ऑप्शन. अभी अभी हम लोग ने वीडियो में देखा, इफ यू मेक योर एम्प्लॉय योर पार्टनर, and give a part of the profits to the employee, so definitely he is going to work hard or he is going to work very well for your organization. रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट्स, बहुत एम्प्लॉयज सोचते हैं कि रिटायरमेंट के बाद पेंशन है क्या, हमको प्रोविडेंट फंड मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा. So all these also come under financial incentives. Productivity linked with wage. अगर आपने X काम किया तो आपको सैलरी मिलेगा से 100 रुपीज, आपने X प्लस 2 काम किया तो आपको मिलेगा 100 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 2 एंड सो ऑन. सो जितना आपने काम किया उतना आपको वेजेस मिलेगा. अगर इस तरह का इंसेंटिव है तो दैट इज ऑल्सो कमिंग अंडर फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव्स. Now we come to the last part, that is non-financial incentives. Non-financial incentives are also important. See, everybody is not just after money all the time. Along with money, a human being, an employee requires something else also. And in that we have the job security. एवरी एम्प्लॉय वांट्स दैट सिक्योरिटी. हमको निकाल तो नहीं देंगे, आज जॉब है कल नहीं है, ऐसा वाला अगर सिचुएशन है तो परफॉर्मेंस बहुत कम होगा, एम्प्लॉय का मोटिवेशन लेवल बहुत डाउन होगा. सो यू शुड हैव जॉब सिक्योरिटी इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. सो गिविंग जॉब सिक्योरिटी बिकम्स अ नॉन फाइनेंशियल इंसेंटिव. उसके साथ साथ प्रमोशन, रिकॉग्निशन, स्टेटस, job enrichment. What is job enrichment? Job enrichment is giving a challenging job to the employee. A job which is not monotonous, जिस कर करके आप उब जाओ, बोर्ड हो जाओ, ऐसा वाला नहीं, जिसमें आपको challenges दिए जाए employee को, and the job becomes very rich. Praise, then team spirit should be there. पूरा जो एटमॉस्फियर है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, वर्किंग कल्चर है, दैट शुड बी फैमिली एटमॉस्फियर, होमली एटमॉस्फियर. Competition should be there but it should be healthy. Then group incentives can be given. पूरे ग्रुप को जो काम कर रहा है, पूरे ग्रुप को सपोज इफ यू वांट टू गिव देम सम इंसेंटिव, यू कैन देम पूरा ग्रुप को छुट्टी मिलेगा आज, वन और एक्स्ट्रा लीव, और यू कैन सेंड देम फॉर अ मूवी. दैट वे increase in morale and giving responsibilities to the employee. Okay, so these are the financial and the non-financial incentives. So in today's lecture, what have we covered? We have covered the meaning of motivation, we have covered features of motivation, we have also covered the importance of motivation. We have understood intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation, and we have seen the financial and the non-financial incentives. Okay. Okay.